Hi guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. It's your host of the most, it's Yabba Forbes, lastminute.com. I've jumped on and I've taken this the wheel of the Man United Agenda, and you can trust me, strap in tight. It's going to be a nice, safe cruise journey all the way to the end of the show. No doubt about it. No controversy, no parent mode behaviour. Bath time, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm very up parent mode behaviour tonight. I enjoyed watching the old intro. Brings back memories. But I'm doing all right, Yabba. I'm quite tired. How are you?
Yeah, similar to you, I'm a bit tired, but thankfully I've been looking forward to this day. I've worked my butt off at work, knowing that I've booked Thursday and Friday off work. So for the next couple of days I'm off, and I've got a few things I need to do. Spend time with my lady friend, and have some fun. You know, Mr. B, we got to do what we do and really enjoy it. I mean, look, life is short. Life is short. I spend time with quality people. You are who you spend your time with, and I spend a lot of time with you guys, and for bonus, when I get time off and we have time together, I spend time with my missus. So I'm looking forward to that. We've got a few days off together, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to do a few things. And
going to plan any shows?
No, what I'm going to not going to do. I won't be able to watch the game tomorrow because I'll probably be with her, but we won't be watching the game. So just send me a report or something, or I'll tune in tomorrow and let me know how it goes. But Mr. B, Mr. Knowledge, Mr. Taxi Knowledge, Mr. London Knowledge, from Oxford Street all the way to Marble Arch in that 4-mile range. You run things. How's your day been, Mr. B? I mean, is everything joyful? You feeling okay?
Good, man. I finished work today at 10:30.
Wow. No way!
Fucking.
I finished work today. I couldn't even phone my depot and tell them. I went home and had a sleep, set my alarm for 1, and then called them and told them I just finished. I couldn't tell them I finished at 10:30, boy.
How do you get around to finishing so early? I don't get it.
That was just one of them days today, man. Every drop I had was perfect, man. Every drop I had was perfect. Got down there at 7:30. You know, if you get down there before 8:30, you've got no traffic warden. So I park anywhere I want, innit? So I was parking right outside the doors, mate. It was fantastic. So yeah, I've had a very, very good day, man.
So, you know, when you work, do you what do you do to go get yourself a day? Do you listen to talk sport on the radio? Do you listen to music? I mean, do you talk to yourself?
I don't talk to myself. Yeah, but don't ask me that, man. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, what's the weirdest thing you've seen on a delivery? Like, I used to do a milk round, like where I used to have to sign people up for milk. Like, so I wasn't delivering the bottles, but I was trying to get them. So it was like a university job, get them signed up to do milk. I saw all sorts of crazy shit when I was doing that. Like, you must have seen some mental stuff.
Only fights and arguments, and I tend to just sit back and watch. I said one of the times somebody stole my windscreen wipers. I have no idea why that would have happened. I've seen people get their trolleys taken. I've seen people get stuff taken out of their vans. It's not my business. As long as it's not my van and my trolley, I just sit back and watch, man. And then when all the action's finished, I just carrying about my day, mate.
You never thought about, like, sort of having a Spider-Man costume underneath your dungarees or whatever and just bursting into action?
Bloody hell, you think I'm Cammy the Dumberjack me? I know, thanks, mate.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Cammy, he's in hospital.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry.
Oh, he's fine. Like, hopefully he's getting a brain transplant so he can stop talking a lot of rubbish about Paul Pogba coming back to the club.
That'd be the parasites bath time. Sorry.
Definitely. Cordyceps.
Sorry, the fungus. Yeah, the fungus. Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys, if only you could listen to what we talk about backstage. It's hilarious.
I'm very pleased.
It's a show on its own. Shall we say hello to a few guys in the comments?
Yeah, why not? Is that you doing that?
Eddie Football Waffle, someone we know very well to the channel, one of our brothers in arms. Go and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Eddie, go and subscribe to him. He's saying he's giving us a quick like. He's going to catch back later. And he didn't mention Style Brewcrest we're playing, and he reckons we should put them to the sword. Big up to V. He said, good evening. How you doing, V? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Bilal. He said, do you guys like Brest? Obviously, Nice played Brest, and you know the jokes with that. Stuart Marshall, long time no see. How are you doing, sir? Lovely to see you, man. Always an epic boy, but a Man United fan, travels up and down the M6.
See you Friday,
Oh, is
Stuart,
he on
9
with you
p.m.
Friday?
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be, unless he's going to blow me out.
It's a mega panel.
Yeah, exactly. And
Just remind people
FAR
what's happening Friday.
1994. I've got a panel show going on Friday. I want a few different opinions, so I haven't got the most controversial people going on. Everybody will be able to talk, but yeah, just a few. I just want to find out people's opinions. Obviously, I know yours. I know Bath Times, but it was just nice to hear a few other people. So I've invited a few on. Hopefully, they will turn up and they won't stand me up. It'll just be me on my Todd otherwise, or me and your brother, because I know he wants to talk. So yeah, it should be a good one.
I'm coming on, Mr. B. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving you.
Oh, thank you. But
you
said you're gonna be drunk, Bath Time. You know what?
I am going to be drunk. Yes.
Friday. Oh, that's perfect then. Friday.
We can have a little think tank, a drinky thinky.
Oh god! An evening with Mr. B. That would be fun. Farn 1994. How you doing? So Bilal saying here, in the intro. Did I do the wrong intro? There's something went on there.
Yeah.
All right. My bad. Big up to V as well. Stephanie Griffiths, how you doing? The lady with puns and wordplay and jokes, and always, as they were saying yesterday, always bigging up the channel and many other channels as well. Mr. B, the best driver in Yodel. I don't get that. Talking about milk rounds, Jesus Christ, how posh are you, BT?
What are you talking about, you moron?
You plonker. Big up to Andrew Williams as well. He's in the house. Bilal is also surprised. The milkman. Bath time. I got milk, baby. And we've got Andrew saying here, I thought about joining on Friday night, but I decided to carry on living my life. Thank you very much.
Crying Andrew. In the comments.
Exactly.
No doubt you're living your life, but you're still going to be in the comments. So you may as well just come on and moan. But it's all right. We'll take your words. It's fine.
You know when someone's looking, trying to push buttons. Look at this one. He's saying nobody wants to hear me dismantle Bath Time on a number of subjects.
They all think they can do that, don't they?
I know.
And what happens? What happens? I've got so many clips of people trying to do this, Andrew, and it never goes how you think it's going to go.
It's true. I've never seen anyone dismantle Bath Time, like make him look stupid. Bath Time's slick. You remember that, guys. So don't try it. So I'm acting brave or typing stuff in. Come on the show. We've never seen you. Get yourself on camera and come on the show, Andrew. Let's see you give it the big and then. Big up to V as well. Is Mathys a good player? Are we going to talk about that? I can't tell. Is that a wordplay about the guy we're looking in?
I'm
not great. Okay,
brilliant.
Very good. Very good.
Brilliant.
All right. As you know, I'm going to read up because it's at the top of the screen. Mathys Tel links. Rashford to Galatasaray, and obviously we're doing a Steaua Bucharest versus Man United preview. Great side, Steaua Bucharest. The great side coming out of Romania. We're going there tomorrow. Less pressure, so we'll be talking about that game. And obviously, I think we should start with the transfer stuff. Just get that over and done with, because obviously the window's still open. We've had a revelation yesterday that came out that I'm still shocked about. It's gone through, which is the left back, which his name is Dorgu.
Oh, you got it right. Well done.
Yeah, there you go, Dorgu. How are you feeling about that? That's gone through. At the start of the window, we're saying, oh no, we haven't got the money, and we're going through all these kind of like financial implications. But we've made a deal, and it looks like others are coming through. So it's not always as it seems, is it? What they put out there and what the reality is. The reality is we've just spent nearly 30 million on a youngster. Isn't that right, Mr. B?
Yeah. I think we had the money to do that, but I'm glad that you can't tell people you got money. You've got to act like you're broke. Right. So whether we are or we're not, look, we're not going to know. It does sound like we ain't got no money. The whole of the Premier League, it looks like, bar Man City, who got their deals done, 4 of them done in the same day. But everybody seems to be slow. Tottenham fans are moaning. Man United fans are always moaning. Arsenal fans need one player. They're moaning. They've made their fake bid for what's his name today, the Villa forward, Ollie Watkins.
Oh really?
That's so naughty.
What do you know? Is that true? Because I heard rumors.
Yes, it's true.
It's
a disgusting practice.
It's a
Okay.
bid. But
He's an Arsenal fan, isn't he?
Yeah,
But
apparently.
think about what they've done, Yabba.
Go on.
They've put a bid in a couple of hours before a really important Champions League game for Villa, like with the intent of trying to get Watkins to refuse to play so that he forces his move through.
Wow.
That's what I can't understand why they would bid an hour or two before the Champions League
Because
game.
it's to appease their fans.
They
It's
could
not
do
nothing
it
to. They're not going to get
tomorrow.
Ollie Watkins. Do you think Villa are going to sell Ollie Watkins? Do you think Villa are going to sell Ollie Watkins? This is the same as that Suarez bid, 40 million plus 1 pence.
Yeah, it depends on what his contract is. Like he might have a buyout clause that is active now.
I'm sure somebody would have said that.
I don't know. Like, but I just think that I think that is pretty disgusting. To be honest, I don't think football clubs should be doing that. Just do it tomorrow.
So, word is that they've sold Duran for 65 million. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, he's gone to Saudi.
Yeah, he's got apparently the medicals in London. I mean, but they paid him 350 grand a week.
Wow, and he's only young as well.
Rashford wages.
He'll go and make his money, and he'll still have time to what is he, Colombian? It's not like he's English.
Colombian.
Would you remember that guy Oscar?
Yeah,
He went to China.
He absolutely loved it out there. He's still out there. It's he absolutely loves it. I saw an interview the other day about how much he loves living in China and stuff like that. But he gets paid a shit ton. He can do what he wants. No one really bothers him. I imagine that he's learnt Chinese and his kids know Chinese and stuff. It's worked out brilliantly for him, and we all thought that was one of the most I thought it was pretty disgraceful when he did that, to be honest.
Well, what's this say about Duran going to his ambition, going to Saudi at such a young age when he's sought after by these other big European giants as well? I mean, I think that's shown lack of ambition, unless he's been.
It's hard to turn the money down, Yabba.
It's the money, you think? Okay.
Well, it's not going to be the sand, is it?
Yeah, but what about your legacy? Don't you want to prove
What
it?
legacy? Why
Yeah, but
would
that's
you
it.
want to prove it?
Financial legacy.
Yeah,
You're
It's
setting
up
up your
for life.
grandchildren.
yeah.
For life.
It's
If they're done.
generational wealth. Like, you'll get it. You can take. I mean, I don't. Want to play in stereotypes and things, but in Latin America, a village raises a family, raises a child. I think it's a common expression, and he can take everyone from his barrio, his neighborhood, and elevate them up and things. And maybe that's a bigger legacy to him than being on the bench against, Ipswich or something.
Right.
It's
Well,
hard to judge those things.
If money's the driving factor, then it shows he's hungry like a wolf, and he wants to feed his family. So from Duran to Duran, it's looking good for him. So yeah, I like that.
Oh, is that what it is? Duran
Hungry
hungry like a wolf.
like a wolf. Yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah, but
Thank you very much. Thank you. Top of the
then
head,
when he's
top of the
finished, he can go to Rio.
Yes, I like it a lot. This means thinking hard.
No, I'm not thinking of that.
I
I got your one that you had, mate. I ain't gonna get no more.
Shall we do a few comments? Because there's a few things I want to sort of steer off into from the comments as well.
Oh, look at this nonsense.
Oh, sorry.
No, this is fine. I don't mind being
I like this
time.
one. So big up to Kieran. How you doing? He said, "Bath time is a Lord Andrew. You could never dismantle him. That would be a great show, great viewing." Mathys Tel had a brother called William. Apparently, had a great shot. Well done. So I told you, she's so quick. He can do it. I've spoken this about getting Andrew on the show. It will cost us £250. We don't have that sort of money, Duran.
It's all right. You can stay in the chat, Andrew. It's absolutely no problem. And we thought you were going to come on for free, but when you start charging now, then it comes to a whole different thing. So no, it's all right. We'll listen to your
He's
words of wisdom.
escorting himself on our channel.
I mean, who wants to see Andrew dismantle Bath time 1-1, 1-1 on the show? That'd be great. But V says no. It would. He says, yeah, that'd be great. It'd be box office stuff. It would, most definitely. We'd love to see that. Saudis are well and truly ruining football. We touched on that. I mean, we talked about.
Are they? Why?
They're ruining boxing. Yeah. They're saving football for us.
Yeah, they take Casemiro. They'll be our saviours, mate. Obviously, he ain't going to save him. I would love them. You know, why? I don't understand why they're ruining football. They've got a league that they want to promote and get to the level that they want to do, and they've got the funds to do it. So I don't think they're ruining the league. I don't think they're ruining football at all.
Do you think the goal is for Saudi to actually develop young players in national players and bring them through? So eventually they no. What's the goal then?
Well, it's like, I always pronounce this wrong. It's Riyadh is the capital. Riyadh 2030 is a project from Mohammed bin Salman to kind of, I suppose, like rehabilitate and get Saudi Arabia into more of a kind of the good graces of the West and that kind of thing. And the reason that I don't like what Saudi Arabia are doing with the boxing and the golf and the tennis and to a degree the football is that they're transplanting stuff. They're not growing it naturally. And I think that is, like, you look at the MLS, I think that's a fairly successful league. A lot of players coming through, Americans and stuff. The Saudis are just buying, are like importing players in. And with the boxing, you know, when you see it there, it's like, it'd just be much better to go and watch something down York Hall or something than that kind of simulacra. Like that kind of fake environment. That's what I don't.
Can we have a little, just 30-second discussion on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how you feel about this as well, Mr. B. Whether it's ruining it. You said it doesn't. We've seen like with Bahrain in track and field. You know, I love track and field. So in track and field, a lot of Nigerian or African athletes get shipped over to Bahrain or these countries in the Middle East, and they become nationality. They take on the nationality and they run for these countries. And you see, there's a high jumper called Bisham or something. He's one of the second best all time, and he's African, but he runs for Bahrain. There's another Nigerian 400-meter runner, Nasa, who's run for Bahrain, and she's taken on the nationality as well. So they're not clearly there. They're not producing their own athletes. They're just bringing in athletes from abroad and giving them a passport and then saying, run for us for the dough. And who wouldn't? I remember Fiona May, the English athlete, went and married an Italian and started running for Italy. But with the boxing, I think it's slightly different with the boxing. What we see in boxing's always been corrupt and you don't get fights you want to see. But this time around, with this guy who I think is Peter Sellers in disguise, the Excellency, what's his name? Turkey El Sheikh or whatever his name is. I think he's he's got a moustache and he just looks like one of these Peter Sellers, Inspector Clouseau disguises. But he's actually doing something good because we're getting some real competitive fights and a league system. He's just bought the Ring magazine as well, so there's no hiding anymore. The money's there where you can have.
Has he bought Ring magazine?
He's taken over Ring magazine as well, and so we're going to see proper rankings, proper fights. Look at all the bills coming up. We've got Joseph Parker fighting Daniel Dubois. We've got Wang, the Chinese guy, Big Ban Wang fighting the German guy. That's a competitive fight. So we're getting things we want to see. So I think for boxing it's been beneficial, but not obviously, like you say, not for every kind of sport.
I think the culture of the boxing is what is affected. Yeah, but I think that's the thing is that. Like, I don't like them buying Ring magazine, to be honest. I think that they're centralising a lot of power in themselves, and I never trust that as a concept. But I think that you've got to grow these things, and it's got to be something that reflects the values and standards of like your neck of the woods. And I find that it's just sort of like it's an imitation of what it could be. And no one's ever going to convince me that if Fury AJ happens, it's going to be in Riyadh. But I mean, just look at Carl Groves fighting in Wembley.
Carl Groves. Yeah, Carl Groves, and isn't that his name?
No.
Okay, well, you remember he came in on the little
Frotcher Groves.
Yeah, he came in on the little double-decker bus and stuff, and it was absolutely amazing. It'd be so much better to have it in London, but you're right, it's the greed that has got Duran out to Saudi Arabia and has got all the boxing there. Like it's just a bit of a shame, but it's the way the world goes.
So why can't they take Casemiro and Rashford then? I mean, let's talk about these. Those two deals seems to be still lingering. I think there's rumours here that Rashford could go to Galatasaray. We've talked about Barcelona. They're shuffling the pack to see if they can get him on loan. The Galatasaray have come out and said they would take him and pay his full wages as well. I think that's on loan, right?
Because yeah, it's going to be a loan.
Okay.
I say go. Go get some sunshine. It's bloody freezing here. It's even cold in Manchester. I would go. I mean, look, if they're willing to pay his full wages, yeah, but let's be serious. If they're willing to pay his full wages, it's a no-brainer for us as a club. But it's whether or not he wants to do it for the 6 months that he's over there. Who plays for Galatasaray? Who's over there? Oh, Fred's not at. Is Fred still at? Fred's still at Fenerbahce?
Fred's at Fenerbahce, I think.
I thought Wilfred Zaha was there, wasn't he? The guy, this Italian striker who.
Oh yeah, because we played them, didn't we? Last year, a decent team. But where's Osman at? He's
at Galatasaray.
Right, Osman has to leave basically for them to replace him with Rashford, surely.
Well, I mean, if it's a 6-month loan, I mean, Galatasaray are the richest club in Turkey, but Jesus Christ, how much is that?
I mean, I don't know how much Osman will be on. I'm just gonna take a guess that they are paying 100 grand of his salary, and maybe they'll do the same with Rashford, 100 grand.
Well, they've said they'll pay all of it. They're willing to pay all of it by all accounts.
Well, I hope he goes. I'm going to Turkey this summer.
What, on a sort of vacation holiday, sort of to enjoy yourself, business or pleasure?
I'm going to get an imaginary hair transplant so Mr. B stops calling me bold.
No, I was watching the football tonight and I see Joan Lescott, and it looks like he's had some work done. I don't know if you've seen, because his hairline is looks like it's been sprayed on.
Didn't he always have a burn on his head?
Yeah, does anyone know
kept?
What happened to because he's had an accident or something when he was young.
I'm sure I read he burnt himself when he was a kid down in Southampton.
Okay.
And he kept it as some kind of I don't know, he kept it to remind himself where he comes from. And then I see him on TNT Sports 30 years later, and he's just got a lovely, lovely head of hair. They did great work in Turkey.
So what, you're going there on holiday, just for a holiday?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, be careful out there. I heard that in Turkey sometimes your wages don't get paid. It's quite corrupt out there, quite openly corrupt with the football and match fixing.
So we don't have to say allegedly before that then.
You just said it for me. Thank you. Thank God for you being around. Yeah, I've heard allegedly that it is like that. But yeah, Turkey's never really been. I mean, we get some players going there, but I don't think Rashford. Did you think Rashford really feels by half time that if you're comparing going to Barcelona, he seems to think he's that sort of status? Do you think Galatasaray is going to be a no-no because he doesn't think they're?
I've got to be honest. Yeah, but I think it might be if his entourage likes the idea of going to Turkey.
Okay.
Because where else is he going to go? No one else. He might have some offers on the table, but the club are going to push him to Turkey if they're paying 100% of his wages.
Okay. Do you care where he goes, Mr. B? I know you talk about if they pay the full wage.
I don't. I'm not overly bothered where he goes. What I will say though is Amrin had a couple of quotes today.
Talk to me.
Oh no. Do you know these quotes, Yabba?
I've got a few bits of information here, but maybe I'm not connected like Mr. B. He's been home at 10:30.
Ruben Amorim and Marcus Rashford. My sentence was that I wouldn't put any player that didn't give maximum. I didn't only say Marcus Rashford. We are a better team with him, that's clear. But until the right moment, I won't change my mind. Second part, if Rashford will change, we are more than happy to have Rashford. But we have set standards. It's not personal.
Thoughts, bath time.
Backtracking.
Yeah, go on.
That's a backtrack. He's setting it up for Rashford to come back in, and he's going to treat it as a kind of victory. It reminds me quite a lot about what's going on between America and Colombia at the moment. It looks like a sort of a hard act, but essentially it's just going to lead to a bunch of embarrassing backtracking.
Wow. It reminds me of Ten Hag. Ten Hag said something like that, didn't he? We're a better team with him when things weren't going. I think it was regarding Sancho or maybe even Rashford as well. So V believes why he's backtracking as well. We do a better saying here, cannot listen to Amarin anymore.
He doesn't like Amarin.
I'm surprised. I thought he was everyone's favourite. If Rashford plays for Man United this season, I'm Amarin out, says V. It's just Eddie Football Waffle saying here, I heard Amarin say we should be a better team with Rashford, not we are better. Maybe I listened to a different presser. So slight, Mr. B, maybe, I don't know if you got the quotes right or wrong. Stephanie saying here, Amarin.
I got them right.
I did, okay. Sorry, Eddie. Amarin said, when is a door not a door? When it's a jar or a sliding door. To Belfast or not to Belfast. Very good. Stephanie Griffiths. Andrew like that. He's laughing his ass off, as they say. All right, other news. I'll just run this. This is a quick one from me. Casemiro willingly accepts the situation at Man United and accepts that the fact that Ruben Amorim prefers other players. However, he is not considering leaving the team, the fans, and his teammates in January. That's a quote coming out.
Why would he?
Casemiro.
Why would he? He's happy. He's always smiling.
Why
it doesn't bother him.
Mr. B.
Why he doesn't have to play? What does he? He's living life. He's living life. You know, he knows he's not playing, so he doesn't have to break his neck in training. I think he's still a professional. I don't think he's causing any trouble or any stress. Yes, they would rather get his thing off the wage bill, but yeah, he's cool. He'll go in the summer. He'll get his agent to sort him out something in the summer. Let's hope so.
Do you think we're pushing to get him out this January?
Yeah.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Of course.
Ratcliffe name-checked him as a terrible signing. We've been trying to get rid of him for ages, but, you know, it'll be something like his kids in school. He won't want to move them until, like, the term is finished and things like that and all these other little considerations that we don't think about. But, I mean, the man gives off, like, jolly drunk uncle vibes. I'm sure he's, like... I'm sure he's absolutely fine. You know, like, he'll be given no problems around the club. He's been in a far more soap opera environment at Real Madrid. I suspect he just goes in, has a laugh, goes home, like, and I don't know, what sort of TV do you reckon he watches? Might have got in Tony Fools and Horses or something.
You know, I don't know. Has anyone ever heard him? Does he speak? Because I remember when he first arrived, he couldn't speak good English.
They always act like they can't speak good English. He can speak English.
Okay. It's true, he does look happy. Do you think it's a case that it's good to have him around due to the experience, even if he's not playing? A bit like Johnny Evans, all these senior pros. It's good to have them around still for that balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially about stealing taxis and things with Johnny Evans. I've just realised what Tyrone's profile picture reminds me of.
Go on.
Like, you know, in films where, like, someone's partner dies and they, like, have, like, memories of the dead wife or the dead husband, like in, like, John Wick or Minority Report, Tyrone looks like a dead husband there. Like, it's someone from the past that his wife really misses.
Damn.
He looks like a boxer jogging in the morning, like Rocky or something in the forest. Tyrone, he's doing night shift anyway. He wants to say hello to everyone. How you doing, Tyrone? And big up to everyone else in the chat as well. All right, that was Casemiro's story. Can we go to this Mathys Tel links? I like this guy. I remember he scored against us for Bayern Munich. He's not getting much game time, and apparently a few clubs are interested in him, and we're one of them. Bath time. I know you've done a report. You got a presentation to give us or something? Is that right?
Yeah, I got some stuff, but I thought I'd do it differently. Where I needed you for this, Yabba, because I had got uploads of interviews from France, and I had to translate them from French to English. And I wish I could have relied on your skills.
Okay. All right.
So, like, he started off as a centre-back, was the first thing that I found out, and he was converted when he was 13 and moved to Ron. He's from a very, like, he's from a good family. They're strict Christians. So you sort of hope that maybe there's a little bit of discipline there with him. But some of the things that were said about him is that he wasn't completely focused. I mean, you've got to remember he's 14, 15, 16 in these interviews. He's not particularly focused and needs to get stuff out of his game. But a French scout said that he was the most exciting forward he'd seen at that age group since Kylian Mbappe. With only Nkunku coming close to the level of like talent at that early age. I think he looks like a hell of a signing, to be honest. My big concern, though, is I think that he is essentially a Rashford regen. I think that he plays.
Okay.
I think that he plays in that kind of position. From all that I've seen, he has so many similarities to Rashford with the pace, the carrying, the cutting inside, the ball striking. Like when I've seen highlights of him, he looks like a 19-year-old Marcus Rashford. But he is noticeably taller, noticeably stronger, and noticeably better in the air. So I don't know if he could play.
How tall is he?
6'4".
Good grief.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can play as a centre forward, because you've got to have the hold-up play and stuff like that. And whenever these people do like compilations, I hate them because they never put in what I need to judge the player. Do you know what I mean? I need to see him pushing someone around in the box or doing little tippy-tappy moves to get in front of his man at the near post to judge if he can play as a striker. Instead, all I get is like showboating nonsense that I don't really care about.
Yeah, but that's because it's the younger generation are making the videos half time, and they want to see all of that.
Yeah.
So then what I did, Yabba, is I got up some stats because he hasn't played a lot of football, to be honest, at 19. And he's like, what you get from him is you get him winning a decent amount of headers, which is good, especially at his age. But you get a lot of dribbling and a lot of carries.
That's what we want.
And so, he's 19.
Another baby.
When Marcus Rashford was 19, he started 17 games. Tel has started 2 games, and you can see the difference in the amount of minutes.
Did you say he's only started 2 games?
So he started 2 games this season. He's played 256 minutes this season, and Rashford, when he was 19, played almost 2,000 minutes.
Okay. Did anyone see that Jose Mourinho interview from 2019 where he talked about Rashford and said that Rashford will not improve, and because he can't play as a central striker, he hasn't got the ability to improve in that area. But he said at that time, it's possible he could improve by playing out on the left and cutting in. Exactly what you just said. But down the middle, he said he's not a target man and he won't be able to improve in that area. Because we see a lot of guys who start out wide, like Omri, Dennis Bergkamp, who's playing the wing, being able to adjust and play down the middle. But this Tel is bigger, like you said, bigger, stronger, more physical presence. So maybe there is an opportunity for him to play as a centre forward or a 9. But as we know, as we've seen when they played against us, he does come on late in a lot of games for Bayern Munich. So it's hard to. You said started 2. I'm sure he's played a few more minutes than that. And he's played 8 in total then. Okay.
He's played. I can show you. He's played 256 minutes this season.
Right. So he's there in the squad for sure. Is there any other stuff that we might be cautious about with him? Because is there a reason why he's not getting many games? Bayern Munich don't usually give him
Harry Kane
quality. I mean,
but
we had Zerchi. Zerchi was at Bayern Munich as well. They let him go.
I mean, I kind of agree with Mr. B. I think that there is probably a huge emotional attachment to Thomas Muller, Bayern Munich, who, I don't know this season, but last season, I was amazed the amount of games that Thomas Muller was starting, because him and Kane can't press high and things like that. They're not like athletes like that. But you're not going to get Harry Kane out of that team. My big concerns is that according to Capology, I'm surprised Bet hasn't put this in, he's on a 5 million a year Euro contract, which is about 60 grand a week. But he's got 4 years to run on it. So I would think that what Tel is doing by really, really wanting to come to Manchester United is that he's got some good advisors, and they've looked at Xerxes, they've looked at Rasmus. There is no way that he is not going to get ahead of them. He's going to play most games, and he's going to put himself. Sorry.
That's the reason why he didn't want to go. He'll get game time at Old Trafford.
Yeah, and he'll put himself in the shop window.
Question.
Yeah.
Would we be better off getting it with a option to buy?
Absolutely. I think that I always I never really liked Rashford, but I always thought Rashford had the potential to become something really, really special, but he never worked on his body enough. Even now, I still think he's not balanced. I think he should have looked at Bale and Ronaldo and sort of turned himself into just a cut in.
Yeah, but that means dedication, half time.
Yeah, but Tel, I think Tel, from what I've seen of him, he genuinely looks like a really top prospect. I would be more excited about getting Tel on a permanent than I would with Dorgu. Sorry. I think Tel really looks like he has the ability to be an elite forward in European football.
So Tel is a French. He's raised in France, right?
Yeah. Any decent French footballer comes from within 20 miles of Paris. You will not be able to find a footballer that isn't within 20 miles of Paris, and he's 20 miles from Paris.
They're obviously doing something right out there. I was watching PSG the other day. There's fantastic young players coming through in France. But yeah, I'm quite excited about that. If you're excited, Bath Time, I'm excited. From what I've seen of him as well, he's always caught my eyes for them because you see these young players coming through. So, who's this? And it's just come out of the blue. It's a shot in the dark, isn't it? Mr. B, what are your thoughts on Tel? Do you remember the goal he scored against us?
Nope. I don't know why you even asked me these questions, bro.
Tell us about the goal.
I think it was back post tapping or something, or not tapping, but he sort of volleyed it into the back of the net.
So who did the ball go over?
Martinez.
Oh, right.
Okay. It knew it wouldn't. From when you say back post tapping, I knew it went over somebody.
That's why. Yeah. Typical Man United.
He was really impressive, though, in that game.
Right.
Did he play the whole game, yeah?
No, he played 25 minutes. And he was really, you could instantly see that this is a guy who's got something.
And he played on the opposite, and he played on the right side, you're saying, yeah? When he played against us.
I think he played on the left.
I think he played on the left. I don't recall.
And ended up in game over Martinez. That's why I asked, because it's Martinez. It would have been two different.
I don't know if it was.
I just said it was Martinez because I thought it would be.
I remember
it's a lie, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, obviously, it's good when you look at it now. Let me just put this out there and just get a theme of what we're doing right now. Jorgu, very young, 21-year-old player. Heaven from Arsenal, 18 years old, on the cusp of turning a senior player, and a big lump as well. Dorgu, big lump. Heaven, good player.
Heaven,
his name's Heaven.
Oh, Heaven.
Yeah, the Arsenal youth. So he's coming in. He's 6'2", 6'3", big and strong as well. And then we've got someone else. Tel. Yeah, sorry. There you go. Tel as well. So you can see the ideals here, the ethos of the club now.
No more short players, boy.
Yeah, and the physicality issues, definitely something they've considered here, because all these guys look like they're big and strong.
So do you think they're going the right way with getting? I know Halftime does these physical monsters.
Yeah.
Well, that should just be a standard. If you're buying a player that's going to compete in the Premier League, I think it should be a standard.
Ahmad's 4'2".
Yeah, you can have one or two players in there, but look what's happened to City. I mean, they got Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. These guys are really short. And as soon as Rodri and Stones get out the side, they struggle for a bit, with that physicality. So you need to have a good balance. And I think the majority
you need to have a floor.
You
need to have a floor. You can have Well, like there needs to be a minimum level of your team. Like with the distance run, you need people who can head the ball. Like you can get in, say, a David Silva at City, where he was covered by the rest of the team for his pressing work, for the physical stuff, and we can obviously do that with Ahmad. Like we know that sort of wider players, like they're either really tall, like Henry and Ronaldo, or they're really short. Like I don't know, do one of Yabba's, Gordon Strachan. He was a wide player, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was wide. Yeah,
He was tiny, wasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when he scored in 1986 World Cup? He done a joke, was like trying to jump over the boardings, jumping over it. Made a joke out of it. Funny guy.
Yeah, but and also Ahmad like wins his duels and so on. So you don't need a team like full of like McTominays or Joel Lintons or something like that, just runners. But like I watched Aston Villa this evening, and the power they have throughout that team it's
Jason Murphy. And who's the guy from
Rodgers?
Rodgers, wow.
I mean, I don't even know if Rodgers is a good footballer. He's just incredible at receiving the ball and driving. Like, you know, I generally haven't seen him make a pass, but he is. he's absolutely great. And the thing is that I've been saying this for 2 or 3 years. Shout out to Luan. I've been saying this 2 or 3 years. One of United's big problems is they don't cover the physical side of the game enough. Like when you sign Eriksen's, Casemiro's, Sancho's, people like that, you're leaving yourself open to getting bullied. And I think that what Wilcox is doing, because this has got to be Wilcox stuff, isn't it? All these players under 20, like, you know, getting them from academies.
It's the other guy as well. What's that? The new guy that they got in there?
Vitelli or something.
That's one. So they've given him a full contract. Not until the end of the year. They've given him a proper contract. Obviously, he's impressed them with the work that he's been doing in regards to the young players and the South American market as well. So yeah, he's the one who they kept on. I think a lot of it may well have to do with him. And maybe he passes the information on to Wilcox, or they have what's the word? They have a dossier of the players that they want to look at, and
I think that's more likely. Like they have a database.
Just jump into. I want to say hi to Ben Goss. How do you do, man? He's there looking like he's living it up somewhere really nice. He says here, it's a lot to get done, but how would you guys feel about cashing in on 60 million Garnacho and then getting Tel and Nkunku on loan and going for permanent targets in the summer? We have touched on that before, but just to remind Ben, guys.
Garnacho can go. Garnacho can go. I have absolutely no problem with Garnacho. Even if we don't get if we don't get players on loan, I have no problem Garnacho going.
Yeah, I think it's about practicalities, to be honest. Like the issue of letting Garnacho go is obviously a shame because he is an academy product. He's like, you know, kind of symbolic of the club's values and so on. But the values that matter at the moment are the ones that are in the profit column, and we need to get money in the club if we're going to back the manager and build a system. It's only 4 months, I think, until the summer transfer window, and you know you're paying £11 for £10 notes in January. You're going to overpay for everything. So I'm okay overpaying a little bit for Dorgu because he is a symbolic signing for the manager, but if Nkunku is fit and it's not, you know, too much of an issue to get him in, I've no issue with having Nkunku on loan. Permanent is a different story, but Tel, I'd kind of like it the other way around. I'd like us to sign that boy up on a permanent because I really think that he's got a big future, and then it kind of like it shows us that at the club we've really got to concentrate on Yoro, him, Heaven, Chido, Kone. Like we've got a really good crop of young prospects that we need to work on. And if you're pumping 40 million into Tel, you can't you've gotta invest the time and the resources to get him to that level.
Certainly is. I hope that answers your question there, Ben. Big up to Rich Sports. Go and check out his channel as well, doing great things. Hi, Rich. Hope you're doing well. Here we go. Cavarat is 59 million. Garnacho market value similar. Is that the guy that City bought?
No, that's Kvaratskhelia, who went to Napoli from
Oh, I
Napoli to
see.
PSG.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's cheap for him. I think he's talent. That's a very good player there.
I wouldn't say it's a similar market value. Garnacho is homegrown. Like,
Yeah,
so,
but it's only
like,
similar market value, not to us. So everybody else.
For resale, that's extremely important. So Napoli know that, like, let's say he goes to Napoli for 60 million and he does well. They know that they can bang on the homegrown tax to any team that comes in from England, who are, really the only apart from Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona, who cares, and Bayern Munich, the only teams that have got the mega money is in England. So I think it is a different market.
I want to say hi to Stumpy Candletop. Long time no see, bro.
He was here yesterday.
He was here yesterday, the day before, yeah.
I missed him.
DK Wilson, long time no see.
Yeah, I haven't seen DK Wilson for ages. I've got an £11 note. Who can I buy? He's saying there. Couple more stories. Something we haven't mentioned when we talk about the criteria for these young players coming through physicality. We've got Euro as well. I don't know if you mentioned it, but there's someone else we can throw in there. Euro's come out and said, since the beginning, I knew Man United was a club for me. And so he's obviously, take from that what you will, but he's obviously feels he made the right choice. And there's a guy at Sporting, obviously we know about, who plays in the right wing back position. He's a left footer. Does a similar job to what Ahmad does for us in that position. Quenta, apparently he's a top target for that position with the manager in the summer as well. And as you know, guys, it's Champions League football tonight. There's been a lot of results that were really crucial to getting into the top 18, isn't it? Top 18. So as it goes, the top 8 automatically qualify. They can have a little break, but the other teams will fight out in the playoff format, and then to see who goes on to knockout rounds and joins the other top 8. And the same applies with the Europa League. We're in sort of prime position to qualify as a top 8, but tomorrow we travel to Steaua Bucharest, the champions of Europe from 1986, I think, or 1987, when they had the cream of the crop from their country, Romania. The players like Hadji and all these guys, who then went on to play really well in the 1990-94 World Cup. So they're not the same anymore, but I don't know much about them. I don't think we, selecting players to talk about. Does anyone know anything about Steaua Bucharest these days? Have we got any intel on them?
No.
The silence proves it all. Who cares?
All right, so let's talk.
What happens? What happens tomorrow? Yeah, but are we where are we at the moment? Are we in automatic qualification?
Yeah, we're in automatic qualification. I'm sure we are in 4th.
How many points are we?
I'll get it up. Hold on.
Thank you, Joe.
I'll get it up.
It's just seeing if there's a risk, because this is how we have to give our team.
Okay, so right, we're in 4th, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're on 15 points. Galatasaray, let's see, 15, 3, 6. So yeah, look, we can still, technically, if we lose the game, we can drop out of the bottom 4. We can drop out, because
Sorry, Mr. B, where is Steaua Bucharest?
They're 8th, and they're on 14 points.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it really needs to be a win. A draw will probably see us in the top 8. But I mean, you've seen the jeopardy already. They're talking about Real Madrid maybe having to play Bayern,
City or someone,
or City. Yeah. So let's not have that jeopardy.
Yeah, you scared of anyone?
No, I think we
Spurs?
can win it. There's nobody.
Lazio.
Spurs are a bag of shit. Lazio are dead. They played their football's too slow. Athletic Bilbao. Now I ain't worried about them. Lyon are broke. Anderlecht, Belgium. We're not getting beat by them. Although we won't get beat again. Besiktas. Where's Besiktas? Besiktas are 24th, so they could all get knocked out tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Ollie's at Besiktas.
Yeah,
I don't want that. I want them out.
Fenerbahce's down there as well. No, I don't think there's anybody to fear. So I'd rather we win. Don't go strong. I just don't think they beat us tomorrow.
But hold on.
Lazio are top.
We're playing.
Oh shit! Hold on a minute. Sorry.
We're playing away from home against a team in 8th place who have to win. The crowd can be on it.
They don't have to win. They're safe, man. They're qualified. They're all right.
No, they want to win.
They would want to win. No doubt about it. Otherwise, they're at risk, aren't they? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you could say is if I don't think this is the case, but if they might want the extra game for gate receipts, I don't know how
United.
No, Stour.
Oh,
we would absolutely love the extra game for gate receipts. Make no doubts about that.
The club would.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't. I'd rather, as I said, I would rather take the days and train, man.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is Amarin needs wins. Like he you know, we need to start winning as soon as possible. And I'm not saying that this is a must-win game because those are in the league, but he's got to get a result tomorrow. Like a draw is the bare minimum, but also we need a performance.
Well, I think it's more the performance tomorrow, half time over. I mean, if we draw the game, that's fine. I still think we'll qualify fine, but I think tomorrow is more about the performance. The league,
it's cup though.
Yeah, but
so it's just results in the cup.
Yeah, but I think because of where we are in the league, you know, like Saturday, I didn't care how we play. I just wanted us to win. I didn't give a shit how we played. Today, we have to be able to see some sort of progress in what he's doing. And I'm just not sure. There's so much pressure to do in the league. I think the players are maybe shitting themselves a bit. Whereas in Europe, maybe they'll be able to relax and maybe it'll flow a little bit more.
We expect rotations.
Got my Yabba head on. Yeah, we do. But what do you think? Bayenda's going to be playing in goal tomorrow? Yeah. Has to be. Euro?
Yeah, I think Euro comes back in.
And he'll probably go half and half game with Mazraoui or De Ligt. I don't think Maguire starts. Maybe he starts De Ligt tomorrow.
Yeah, Euro, I think so. I mean, I also think that like if Maz plays, he might be at right centre back.
And Euro left centre back.
I don't know because what I would be thinking of is if I was Amarin is that I'm going to get Dorgu into that team as soon as I can, like, and I would want to start building the relationship between the right-handed centre back and the right wing back, and I think that might be Maz and Delo. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if. What do you mean, no chance?
See, the thing is, I think we play. I'm looking at where Ahmad's going to be coming in. If we get Tel, Ahmad plays right wing back.
Not necessarily.
Tel, thinking about Bruno.
No, I think that Tel goes to 9 and he plays a bit like Gyökeres did at Sporting, where he's out on the far left. Like if you think where Ollie Watkins plays, he doesn't really play central. His starting position is out in wider areas where he sort of, you know, creates a bit of space. The centre back has to come out with him, and so on. I think it would be interesting to see if he does put Bruno and Ugarte as his starting like sort of pivot for the rest of the season. But so what are you telling me? You would have Ahmad Tel with Xerxes up front?
Yeah, because if Tel is that quick, he'll be able to get to Xerxes a lot quicker than maybe.
Where's Tel playing, by the way? Where do you?
Well, I
was got him left-sided number 10.
Yeah, I've got him left 10.
All right, okay.
The issue, I don't know, Mr. B, because you're looking at like him being the third man in a third-man combination, and you're right that Amarin did say that we need a bit of pace and power up front. That was one of the quotes after the Fulham game. I just don't know if that's the best use of Tel as a player, like being the person to apply the final touch, rather than the guy driving at players. Like, think about it if you were asking Ahmad to do the same thing.
I'm just thinking about us scoring goals. I just think that we're more effective with Ahmad. We need two of him.
Let me go to the comments quickly because we're not giving enough respect for Steaua Bucharest. And Chat Sports saying they're a decent team. We deserve better saying here. Steaua will need to win tomorrow to ensure automatic qualification in our hand. So this squad rotation thing, I don't know if that's being a bit slack and not respecting our opponents. Could be tricky tie, says Saragon. No longer Steaua Bucharest. Sorry, I keep saying that, but that's what I know it was. Tidy playing team, possession base as well. So it'll be interesting to see how we clash against their style. Weezer bet again saying here, Steaua have only conceded 7 goals, but they're not scoring too many either. So they look like a good outfit. Ben's saying here, would you guys be happy with us playing a weaker team in the league and going all out for Europa? We touched on this the other day. I think that we were saying we want to win the Europa League because
that's our only hope. Yeah.
I know Bath time you were stating that the league's most important. We need to get our
league's the most important. We've got to build momentum in the league. The Europa League, great. We've got to honour our traditions of like giving everything in Europe. It's what our club is kind of like built on. Is that European tradition? We should always be in Europe. It should be one of our top targets every year. But to get back where we should be, we have got to start having performances in the league to build confidence for next season. And I think we've done this before with Jose and Ten Hag. I don't want to be a cup team. Like, I didn't grow up with United as a cup team. I grew up with us as a league team, and I think that we've got to get
as a cup team. So
yeah, but we've got to get ourselves back in the mindset of being a league team, having a strong squad, like with a good style of play and a confidence in those principles and fundamentals of play. And so for me, the success this season has got to be the back end of the season in the league, showing that Dorgu can really make a difference. That if we get Tel in, that he can get stuff up. Like maybe Ugarte is going to improve as a footballer. Maybe we'll get a settled back line with Yoro sort of becoming like this generational centre back, rather than like as Mr. B said, like it's Europa League is just full of dross this year. I don't see how it helps us. We win it, we go in the Champions League, and we get absolutely killed week in, week out.
No, we don't.
We do.
No, because then they've got money to spend and they know they're going to be knowing what to spend. Can you imagine if we can offer players Champions League football? Manchester United and Champions League football. Did? Yeah, but we're not under that regime anymore, Bath time.
But look at who we got. Look at the players that we got in. Like, look at the goals that Rangers conceded against us. Like, we're not ready for the Champions League, and the only way we prove it that we're ready is by qualifying through the league
or getting better players in the positions that they want. That we need the better players in.
Buying our way out of trouble hasn't worked for a decade.
Yeah, but we've got a proper coach now.
We've said that a lot. We had Jose. He was a proper coach. Van Gaal was a proper
Jose
coach.
was an arse. Van Gaal, yeah, I admit, Van Gaal was a proper
Eric
coach.
Ten Hag was a super galactic genius, tactical brained, whatever.
Yeah, but he never had. But we can look back and say blah blah blah. He didn't have the charisma, did he? He didn't have the look. He was it. Fine, you're going to go down that road. I'm going the positive way. I'm going the positive way. So yeah, they back him. I think Champions League gives us that cash injection push that we don't have at the moment, and it doesn't seem that we're capable of getting that. Then we get the players to upgrade. Listen, they're not going to be playing the players. They're not going to be offering them 250 grand and all of those type money again. Now they're going to be stricter with their pay structure and their regime. So I'm taking qualification for Champions League over anything else. We're not going to get relegated, and we'll finish about 10th, even if we win our next 2 games. I'm sure we're still in 12th. Yeah. So, it's going to be a push to get up to anything other than 10th anyway.
I just think that we need to grow the team, Mr. B, is the other thing. Like, with all these young boys that we're getting in, Drogu, Yoro, we've got Kobe, like, we've got a lot of really good young talent in the team that we're going to have to look at, like, what Klopp did and what Arteta did, and grow the team as opposed to just like buying people in and stuff like that. I think that, you've seen what United have done in the last 10 years, and the scouting, the players we've got in, it hasn't really worked particularly well. So I'd much prefer us to get a crop of players, stick with them, like obviously get the right guys in, and grow the team the way that I've seen like other teams
but
come
then
up.
You're just saying the same thing that I'm saying. It's just that you're saying don't spend any money. Grow the team.
No, I'm
We can
saying
grow the
don't
team with
rely.
better players.
But if you go all out in the Europa League in order to get the money in, you're trying to cheat the progress.
Yeah,
You're
so
trying
what?
to you're trying to do
Man
shortcuts.
City cheat all the time. Chelsea cheat all the time. So what?
Yeah, but they cheat look, I think that we've taken too many shortcuts over the years, and it's got us back to square one.
Wow.
And we've got to do it properly.
Surely not.
Wow.
Surely not. But you're a man who talks about finances by half time and the importance of that. I think I'm really surprised you're saying that we'll be cheating, going backdoor business, trying to get Champions League football. Mr. B states to give us the money, saying it's cheating. It's like a principle thing. Those sort of values don't exist.
No, it's not. It's not a principle thing.
Qualify. They tell you to start the season. We all know how to qualify for certain things. That's an opportunity. You've got to be in it to win it. And I think, as the majority of people in the chat are saying, and myself and Mr. B, I do think it's a great opportunity to play Europa League and really put all our eggs in that basket when it gets to the knockout rounds. If we get that far, we have to really take that seriously and get those great new European nights back on a Thursday.
It's shortcuts, Yabba.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go some few comments before we shut this down because a few things are being said here. This is about tomorrow's game. This is what we were trying to talk about. Obviously, don't know much about the opposition. The chat sports saying just sit deep and take a 1-0 win. Just to get the point.
Because it's the cup.
Yeah. And we've got worry at the Prem, which is bread and butter. Ben saying here, I hear what he's saying, but for me, I want to get silverware and get into the Champions League and bring the funds in for the summer.
Yeah, it's completely understandable. Like, I completely get it. I don't want any more shortcuts. I want us to do it properly.
I hear that. I think we're on the same page, almost. V saying here, Man United fans need to remember whenever signed in January transfer window, he was poor. It will take Dorgu some time to settle. Amrin won't play open football, says Chat Sport. That's why he's the one who suggested it'd be a 1-0 win, which we had the other day, didn't we, against Fulham, which is, I like those 1-0s. See the game out of control. Stephanie saying here, we are a cup team. Let's take the risk of winning Europa and playing in the Champions League. She's laughing. So I don't know if you're serious about that. Talking about signings we've had, careless, reckless signings that we've had that hadn't worked out. You can read there. Pogba, we spent 100 million on him. Di Maria, what a flop he was. And Sanchez, probably the worst of the three. We don't want to go down that road again. We want to build the way we're building now. We talked about the players coming in. They've got a different kind of criteria, haven't they? We'd bet saying here, United cannot afford not to get Champions League again. Loss of funds from competition and new sponsors and deductions from existing sponsors as well. Bring back the Champions League nights and money. Don't care if we are shit. Need to see us back among European elite.
I do want to hear that anthem. I really miss the Champions League theme.
See?
I'm just hearing it in my head now, and it would be great. I'm not saying let's not win the Europa League. And Wizard Better's made a really good point about the financial stuff, but also I think do the players like Anthony had a 25% pay cut this season, like everyone else. Like those players will also be desperate to win the Europa League because it puts something in their Bunsen burner.
Yeah.
It's all relative to where you are, is it? I mean, I was watching a City game against Club Brugge, and they worked their socks off, didn't they? And they was celebrating they qualified at the end. That's great. They're probably thinking about bonuses, and they're overachieving, punching. Whereas City, obviously, relative to where they are, they're struggling to get through in the Champions League, and they should be really up there towards the top. Where we're at right now, sitting in 12th, 13th, 14th in the Europa League. What's success relative to us? It would be probably this season having a good cup run and maybe get to a final and win of the cup. That'd be great, in my opinion. Anyway, enough of that. Mr. B, are we doing a watch along tomorrow for the Star Bucharest?
Yeah, oh God, yeah. I suppose we have to. I don't. Yeah. We'll do a watch along.
What time's kickoff? Does anyone know? Is it
8:00? It's just going to be just like tonight with 18 games or whatever games are on. It just means that I won't be switching. I won't be flicking through. Actually, I will. I just use my missus' tablet. I will be flicking through. But yeah, we'll have to watch along tomorrow.
So guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow for the live watch along, and after the show, we'll be doing a match reaction. Not me, actually. Yeah. I told you I'll be away, but we will be doing some kind of match reaction.
Yeah, you're away. You're going to be away doing your duties.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Having fun, Mr. B.
After I said I stopped wanting to do match reactions, I've now got to cover you off having your fun time. Put
We all deserve a
notifications on.
We all deserve a holiday, don't we? Yeah. Big up, guys. Guys in the comments, thanks again for coming through. Big up to Ben. Lovely to see you. Some really good comments as well. And we deserve better time. Griffiths, Trap Sports. We've got obviously Andrew Williams, V, and Bilal, who left us early. All you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Predictions? All right. Do you want to do a quick prediction? I'm going 1-0. I think a 1-0 away win would do me nicely. Mr. B?
I'll go 3-1. 3-1 United win.
Okay. What about, guys, if you want to come in and give a match prediction, should we send in an email, Bath Time?
Yes, send in the email. Can do it by email link, innit?
Yeah, so you
guys,
can...
Here's the thing. If you want to have more input, more participation, involvement in the channel, you want to give us a prediction, but a video prediction or something.
No, like a match reaction.
A match reaction?
Yeah.
Post-match.
Yes.
Post-match reaction.
Like a fan cam.
Oh, right. Okay. So like 1 minute long or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. We used to do that before.
You can tell we've discussed this, can't you, guys?
Well, me and Mr. B have.
Yeah, I wasn't around. Sky Garden, big up. Yeah, so just run it by the guys in the chat there. So if they want to do a match reaction,
yeah, we'll give you. Game. There's an email in chat that is all capitalised for some reason.
Oh shit.
That's Mr. B. He always shouts.
So the Man United Agenda at gmail.com. If you send your videos into there, we will put them on the show, and you can be famous. A bit like Ben Goss. When will I be famous?
You know he was in Blade 2.
Yeah. Matt Goss, the twins. No relation, I'm sure, Ben. But I just had to drop that in.
Hold on. But you said the name was Bros. Did you say Bros?
They were called the Goss brothers.
Their names were Goss.
Oh, were they? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. All right, fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, so with that email address, like, if you want to, you know, like, if you want a sort of sound off about what you've seen and so on, you can record a video, send it to us.
See, it was
Be
Luke
vaguely...
Goss, not Matt Goss.
It was Matt and Luke. They're twins. Come on now.
No, he's talking about Blade 2.
Oh, right. Okay. But how do we know? They look alike. How do you know which one it was?
No,
I don't know. Anyway, you're probably right.
Anyway,
yeah.
If you want, send in a video of yourself for about a minute, just giving whatever you think about the game. Be presentable. If you're wearing clothes and we can understand you, we will probably show it. But I don't want, like, Vincent turning up wearing masks and things, all the stuff he's done over the years. But yeah, send it in. And if you want to sort of, like, if you want to get involved in the channel and you want to, like, come on and talk to us and so on, like, this is probably one of the best ways of doing it. Like, or you can just ask, I guess. Come on, Mr. B's big panel show on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hammered.
Oh, let's look. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, I think the more loose people's mouths are, the more enjoyable the show's going to be. To be fair, so yeah, drink away, Bath Time.
Yeah, I'm mainly just going to be laughing. I think. Like, I'm going to do no running in that panel. Like, Zico can do my running for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Stephanie's saying scantily clad.
Formal. There's a dress code.
Oh yeah, because you know Andrew scantily clad's gonna be there with his bloody bra and his fucking nipple muscles in it.
It's gonna be like Madonna with 2 traffic cones. I work for the DVLA.
Yes, B, there is gonna be a show tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be doubling up tomorrow. Yes.
All right. On that note, guys, we can say lack a notch. It's a lack a notch from me.
Lack a notch from me.
And lack a notch from me.
Good night, guys.